Premiership glory awaits one of these two teams at the moment. It's advantage Burleigh Bombers, but as we know, this strong wind that's blowing through Surfers Paradise at the moment is favouring to the right of screens at home, and anything could happen, Chris.
It certainly can, and you can capture all the action on social media too over the next coming days. For one of our superstar photographers, Jeff, I'll leave you to give the plug the Dion there.
The great high fly images covering community footy.
Some of the best photography in the business, isn't it?
Queensland, that's right, and all the results, all the information, all the news stories on AFL Queensland or aflq.com.au or on social media. But a shout out to Dion Menzies, Sue Menzies and the team at High Flyer Images, some of the best in the business, if not the best. As the teams resuming their final positions, it was a big huddle at three-quarter time for the Bombers. As you can see on your screens there, it's a couple of hundred around that huddle there. If that doesn't get you up and about, then I don't know what will.
I think I'm seeing they've got the Reserves Premiership Cup hovering there at around the sort of forward 50 there. So the boys, I think they're going to be trying to get their senior counterparts home, and the Bombers will be pumping for the next week.
It's a lift you need. It's 22 points at the moment after their 6-goal second quarter. With the wind, anything could happen here, and I'm feeling that definitely Burleigh are going to have to kick 2 or 3 if they're to win this, because Bond are going to come home hard, and then they're going to come home soaring.
Well, we'll throw this as a stat of interest anyway, is that it was 22 points of margin at quarter time. It's 22 points of margin three-quarter time, but at half-time it was 7 points in favour of the Bull Sharks. So,
calling
out, it'll go within a kick and change. So we get ready for the final quarter here at Surfers Paradise as rucks go up. Goodman brings it down to ground, sharked out of there nicely by Penjelly. Out towards Ola Renshaw, darts around, gets a handball out, looking for Mac Evans. What a game he's had today. Left foot kick around the body, up towards right half forward in front of the scoreboard. Island, he's wrapped up straight away by his counterpart there in Jared Graham. We'll have a ball up 55 metres out from goal, attacking zone for the Bull Sharks.
Rucks nominate a lot of feeling, tension around the ground. Island gets front possession and just looks to whack. And nice tackle applied there straight away. It's a double team tackle. Going to have a repeat stoppage, about 55 out from the Bond goal. And just sitting behind this contest is Goodburn for that quick kick out. I don't mind that as a move from Coach John Channel.
Smart move.
Yeah, very smart. The big fella, especially with that wind, the footy holding up. We saw the Bull Sharks kick a goal before really hold up. Going there, Bacon, the skipper. So Baker now is going to wheel onto that right. It's a mongrel looking kick inside forward 50. Looking to do the crumbing then was true. Boxer just sort of shrugs one out. Shrugs one off. Just puts it out onto centre wing. Two players collide. Eyes. Wumba centres. As Boxer now gets the football. It's going to send it inside forward 50. You keep eyes on the contest. As Goodburn's now got the footy on centre half back. Football just spilling out. They're going to link up now through Botterill onto the boot. Burleigh through Howard Long. Last line, watch that bounce. It's just going to be rushed through for a minor. Just keeping eyes on that player down. He hasn't moved too much at the moment, Yindi, as Evans has got the football.
I think they will call for a stretcher here.
Long kick. True comes at it. Looks like he's moved up to centre half forward now. Wells. A little bit too high. So, got the football. Buckler up towards Renix. Renix now, and it looks like the stretcher has been called.
Yep, they've actually called for an ambulance.
And there's quite a serious injury at the moment.
So we're not sure of the player at the moment, but I've just been watching the trainers. They're monitoring his head, and we might be able to see that the trainer's actually on the phone to emergency crew.
So in the hands of trainers, it'll be a delay here in the contest. It is a 22-point lead to Burleigh, and I thoughts are with the Burleigh player at the moment.
But we can rest assured, and I know where you're watching the play, they've had 3 to 4 trainers around him looking after the best care. The first thing that the first trainer did was look after the neck, and he's been getting proper communication there.
Absolutely, and the ultimate precaution taken here, not going to move the player at all.
Yep.
So we are going to have a Queensland ambulance called for this one, and we will have a delay in play. Let's just go through the goal kickers for today's game so far, and they are so far, Chris.
Yeah, for the Bombers, who are leading this one by 22 points at the moment, we've got Kay Bishka with 3 goals, 2 to Nathan James, John Boxer, Lockie Davidson, Matty Ashton and Lee Warner with singles for the Bull Sharks. We've got a couple to Jack Renix, Mitch Olorenshaw, singles to Mac Evans and Nathan White.
And we'll just have a look at some of the better players today as well, Yindi. If I go through the Burleigh Bombers from my personal thoughts, Bishka's been one of the best out there today. He's kicked 3, but he's been dangerous, and he's had the Old Faithful behind him as well. And I like the work of Big Janes as well, Nathan Janes, that's played in the ruck but playing behind and all those little bits and pieces. Quickly for Bond University.
Yeah, look. For me, player has simply been outstanding from the opening bounce is Mac Evans. He's been fantastic. Harrison Island's presented well, up at half forward and pushing into the ruck as well. Jack Tilley started strongly. Jack Renix was quite early on. Wyatt Bacon has just been instrumental. Mitch Dell's been outstanding. Will King's been fantastic across half back. So. There's been a few key players. What I've loved the gesture here from the Bombers is they've all gone over to their fallen comrade, and they've gone over their fallen comrade. I want to say that might be Jordan Gilboy, and they've gone over to support him. So we have got confirmation it is Jordan, and his lovely partner is by there supporting him. So I mean, this is we don't like to see this in any situation of football, but rest assured the act was 2 players just went at the ball, and unfortunately, Jeff, for the player that made the initial contact was the one that hit the ground. And
that's right, and we're making sure the ultimate care is here, and there will be, as we said, just be a slight delay in play. It's a beautiful day on the Gold Coast.
Who do you think the delay might suit? I mean, we see this happen. This is a crucial point of the game. When the play was eventually stopped, Bond University were pushing into their forward line. What do you think will happen? Will you think the Bombers will bond together for their fallen comrade, or?
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a really tough one to answer. I don't think it doesn't matter how much experience or knowledge you've got. But this is going to take a lot for both teams to get back up and about in this contest. It's one that, good luck. And you can see sort of 2 different ones at the moment. The Bombers are really close, listening to their coach Peter Young. John Channel is sort of leaving his troops. But what we are going to do is we're just going to take a couple of moments while the player is in the hands of trainers and the ambulance is on its way. So we'll be back as soon as possible with this contest. At the moment, it's a 22-point lead to the Burleigh Bombers. So welcome back. A little bit of energy taken out of this contest with Jordan Gilboy just going down with, was applying a shepherd for his teammate, and just one of those things that happen in football sometimes, and a little bit of a knock. He's got the collar on now, he's in the hands of trainers, his lovely partner's out there with him as well, and they're looking to put him on the stretcher. He is moving, which is a good thing. So there is a rule in the state rules and regulations. If the delay is more than 30 minutes, the game can be abandoned, and then the result stands as is on the scoreboard. But looks like play will resume quite shortly, and trainers are just taking their absolute care. But Indy, what we might do is let's just look at the game, let's summarise it very quickly, and let's talk about, for our viewers at home that are watching right around the country, our goal kickers so far. And we might start with the team that's leading, and it's the Burleigh Bombers, who are out to a 9-10, 64 to 6-6, 42 lead at the moment. So they're goal kickers, mate.
So Kai Mishka has got 3 goals, 2 to Nathan Janes, singles to John Boxer, Lockie Davidson, Matt Ashton and Lee Warner. For the Bull Sharks, 2 each to Jack Rennicks and Mitch Olorenshaw, singles to Mac Evans and Nathan White. So that's, I think that the spirit of the supporters has been fantastic from both sides. You can during that break, we saw the Burleigh Bombers go out to the hill and just thrive off that energy that the crowd is feeding to them, and they've got the reserves premiership.
They do have the reserves premiership as Indy just loses his drink, but we're about to get underway. There again, just putting that in. There's a great crowd in here for the QFA Division 2 South Grand Final. They're lining the, I guess, the broadcast side of the oval, and this will be a lengthy quarter because we only had about 4 minutes of play so far as the final work on the stretcher there with Jordan Gill-Boy, and we are sending our well wishes to him, and hopefully it's not too serious at all. But every caution under the sun taken here.
Absolutely, and the act of good sportsmanship as well is that the trainers from both sides were all there within 30 seconds of the incident taking place, which I think is fantastic. And we know that his opposition player that he laid the shepherd on, Jay Meaney, was able to get up and make a full recovery in that instance as well. So by the time Jordan comes off the ground, we're probably only going to lose about 15 to 17 minutes when all is said and done. But we know an ambulance is well and truly on the way, which is fantastic. And feel sorry for his partner too, who was on the sidelines to see that.
And he's up, and it's great news that he's been taken off the field as a round of applause goes around.
It brings everyone together, doesn't it?
It does. Gilboy was having a very good game and made the ultimate sacrifice for, I guess, putting his body on the line for a teammate. And a big final stanza as play is now to resume in the QFA Division 2 South, and the Bull Sharks are going to go inside forward 50 once again, down by 22 points. Good grab by Janes to resume play. Takes in the back pockets, going to handball off now to Graham. Graham sends it out to the scoreboard side. Oh, good grab there. Just lets him know, does Boxer. It's a Boxer with the football now in front of the Jim West Memorial scoreboard. Just going to slow things down a little bit. Just waiting for a few options. Going to send it long, bit of a defensive style kick, get out of jail. But front position now from Wyatt Bacon, the skipper. It's going to come into the middle because he's got Meaney right there. Meaney's had a pretty consistent game as well. Has the football, usually lethal by foot. Few options come at him now, and that's where he goes, up at the footy then. And it's a nice ground level take there by the Bombers.
I think one thing the Bombers would love to do at the moment is kick a goal over the next few minutes and really lift for their fallen comrade there, Jordan Gilboy. And I think if they do get the next one, they're going to push out to a 28-point lead. They're going to be very hard to stop, but they're going to just have that momentum, that confidence, that rise, that community unity that we've clearly seen from them today on and off the field. As Rucks will contest on the outer side, Davidson wins the ball down there for the Bombers. Kicked around the body there from their captain there in Salter. Ball on the outer wing. Have they got an opportunity here to land a really big telling blow? That they do. Mark taken here in the middle of the ground now as players stream forward. Here's an opportunity to Jared Graham. Jared Graham just loops it up, and they have got their hero there, Kay Bishka. The crowd want them to kick the goal. They will go off their nut if he does.
And the chant goes up. Bishka. He's already kicked 3. A dangerous medium tall. And this might be one that just extends it out a little bit too far. Yindi?
Yeah, confidence right across the ground will lift. 28 points the margin awaits if he's successful. 3 goals, 1 on the board today. Right foot kick. And the crowd have been let down. Minus score. Margin that to 23 points.
So 4 goals in it now. 4 goals in and they win. They're going to go short possession. Dell now with the football in the left back pocket. Just a bit of a slow play. Waiting for a few options. Evans provides. Going to wheel and go now. Dell It's going to send it up towards the halfback flank, but it's going to come back in because it's in the hands now of Graham. Graham lowers the eyes, comes to the footy, good grab, fingertips, and that's Billy Howard.
I just say before the game, look out. he's had the best form in the finals.
Howard pumps it long. Bishka's there. Bishka flies. Boxer, left boot, goal! Burley! Oh, they're making it tough for the Bull Sharks.
You've been pumping Boxer up all day. Right spot, right time. Read the ball off the pack nicely. Nice little left foot dribbling goal. And that one is really going to hurt. And they're going to take some beating now.
They are going to take some beating. This is going to be an almighty effort needed from the Bull Sharks. As Burley looking to go their second premiership of today, potentially Indy. After the reserves got up in the earlier game, it's been a mammoth contest in this QFA Division 2 South Grand Final as Boxer kicks his second.
Ireland and Janes in the ruck. These two Titans will go toe to toe. Janes just wins it down to ground. Here comes Boxer. He's stripped of it now. Out towards Bottrell. And the momentum is all on the side here of the Bombers as Graham pulls the trigger. 65 metres out. Just falls a little bit short. Snap around the body to right. Snap up towards the top of the square. You play in front.
Billy Howard. And the faithful of Burley.
Billy boy will ice the game for the Bombers. Kicked 9 goals in the last 2 weeks. Best forward in the comp heading into this week. He might be able to seal the premiership for the Bombers. And he might have done just that. Billy Howard's got his first and the Bombers are streaming away here at Surfers Paradise in the grand final.
As the chant of Howard goes around Sir Bruce Small Park, and it's a big task. 35 points now. They need to kick 6.
Well, they did do that in the second term to this end of the ground.
If there's a team that's going to do it, it will be the Bull Sharks because they can just go bang, 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 but it might be that Goodburn needs to go into the middle.
I think so.
He was the one that turned the tide for the Bull Sharks earlier, and he's in the goal square at the moment. So, a lot to still play out in this contest as the Rucks will resume their battle. Bull Sharks need this clearance. Both just sort of run into each other, and they're going to look to get the clearance through Wells. Just gets his foot in there at the right time. Ola and Shaw, Boxer at the bottom, arguably probably one of the best players on ground today. Boxer links up now with Bottrell. Bottrell on the outer side on that right boot, just sends it up towards Bishka. And Bacon's there to apply some pressure as the boundary beats them all. We've got a stoppage, right half forward flank for the Burley Bombers.
There's 3 names that I could probably throw up there that have been in contention for best on ground for the Burley Bombers. You've got Boxer, as you've rightfully mentioned there. You've got Bishka, and I think Janes has been rock solid in the ruck. He's been the best big man on the ground, but there's still a lot more to play out in this one. But the first 2 goals of this last quarter went to the Bombers, and they went for Jordan Gilboy, their fallen comrade. Ball on the outer side. Rennick's here stripped of it there as they look to try and run and carry the ball. An up and under kick. Here comes Janes, the player I just mentioned, attacks it really hard and bumps right into Rennick's. Good contest out there on the outer side. Tapped out to the advantage now of Pengelly as the Bull Sharks pierce the ball inside the forward 50. Here's an opportunity here for Wood. Good burn. Handballs to a teammate who's rolled over in the tackle, and we should see a ball up just half a metre in from the boundary line.
Here's the opportunity for the big man, Goodburn. He's going to go up in the ruck. He's going to go up against Janes.
Blood rule?
Blood rule there. Looks like Bottrell's going to come out. Does go hard all the time.
That's why he's got the helmet on, isn't it?
That's right. He's had a pretty consistent game as well.
They need a goal from this stoppage. It's absolutely essential. They need basically a goal inside the next minute to be any hope, because then they'll thrive off that, and then they'll start winning back-to-back centre clearances over the next 3 or 4 minutes. They need one, and that can turn into 3 or 4 pretty quickly for the...
I feel this is an all-or-nothing contest forward pocket for the Bull Sharks. Something out of nothing needed. Footy's going to spill out. Oh, tackle. Lovely tackle. Holding the ball. Here's an opportunity.
Is that Ola Renshaw that laid that tackle?
Looks like young Dell potentially, but they're going to swing and go. They're going to send it to the top of the goal square. The wind's got the top of that. Mark Bull Sharks. And it's Tilly.
He was arguably their best player, or one of their best players in that first quarter at half forward. He's been rarely cited since, but he just kept them in the game.
So Jack Tilly.
He's a right footer too.
I'm going to say this is one of the biggest moments of this game, especially for Bond University. Plays on, around the body, he's kicked the belly of the football, it's across the face, out in the full.
Might just start to slip away from them now. They need to lock this ball in. Ireland is going to be, actually, Grant Chew will probably be one of the key players now for the Bull Sharks as the ball switched across the outer side. This is a big one. Strong mark taken there by, I think that was Pearson. Ball out towards the outer side, looking for his teammate who bobbles it over for a boundary throw-in. But this is all good news if you're a Burleigh Bombers fan, and they just look that little bit hungry and they're using the ball a little bit better.
Just harder, lower, first to the footy.
Smarter with their disposal, switching when it's correct to do so.
It's been an impressive fourth quarter, especially going into that strong wind here at Sir Bruce Small Park. Is in the ruck then is Verbeek, but it's going to go forward now. One-on-one, Rannings, Boundary will beat them. So it's 35 points.
Yeah, they probably need to get Goodburn pushing up around that sort of 50 arc. You need a player that's capable of taking a strong contested mark. He's going to be able to back himself from about 50 to 55 out.
So James v. True in the ruck. The old heave-ho from the boundary. Gets front position, does True. He's pretty agile, just sort of dishes that one off. They're going to lower the eyes. It's an old grass burner. Mongrel-like kick. Tilly handballs off now. Just going to wheel and go to 45. Along. Across the face.
Well, Jack Meaney, we know he's recovered from that knock quite well. Just curled it around the body too much. So with the ball and the defensive goal square is Ashton. Too many options on this side of the ground. So he goes straight up the corridor with an old floating mung. Mark dropped there by Pengelly. True, knocked out of his possession now. Lovely tackle laid here by the Bombers. They've got some numbers here around this contest and happily bottle it up as the pack forms, and we'll see a ball up and time's ticking away for the Bull Sharks.
Been going for 28.5 minutes this fourth quarter. It's going to be a mammoth one. 34 points at the moment. Wells tries to get a boot in, maybe dragged down. The umpire says play on. Stuck at the bottom of this pack. So let's have a repeat stoppage.
I think
one-on-ones right across the field.
I think if this was the real-time clock, it'd be about the 14.5, 15-minute mark.
So True v James. James just keeps his position strong. Just trying to bury his way through them was Pengelly. He's got no football, so it's going to be Pengelly's free box. I thought he was out and about. So, Jaden Pengelly with the football. Tilly presents, ignores that. Goes up towards Goodburn, flies. Pocket was Rannix, and it's just going to go through for another minor. They're going to do it in behinds, but they might need to kick a goal here soon.
Well, I had the pleasure of calling the QAFL senior prelim yesterday. Maroochydore kicked 5-2 to nothing in the last 10 minutes for a 32-point turnaround. So anything's possible for the Bull Sharks as the ball goes out of bounds. They trail this one by 33 points. But as we've seen this weekend alone, at any grade, you can kick goals in a hurry, especially with the wind, which is exactly what the Roos did yesterday. So would not discount the last 10 minutes. Could be very, very interesting.
Go bang, bang, bang very quickly. If you're enjoying the coverage of the QFA Division 2 South Grand Final. Burleigh up by 33 points at the moment. James gets a position, just able to hit that one down, but it's sharked by Bonds University as body's just flying once again. Somehow it's spilled out the back of that contest, and the boundary's going to give us a repeat throw-in.
I think there's probably 30 players in that half of the ground. There's hardly anyone on this side at all.
Let's have a look again. Janes and True. Janes has definitely got the height advantage, but True's been pretty good at ground level. Loses his feet though. Players just fly in and just trying to get it out. It's a little bit of a stalemate at the moment, Yindy.
It certainly is, but this will be what the Bombers will appreciate, as a free kick's been given out of that one. So it will go to the Bombers, who will go to Janes, who probably for mine is one of the best. As Graham there across half back on the outer wing, tries to find a teammate who goes up for the fly. Bull Sharks with some numbers at ground level now. They need a goal. Probably in the next 30 seconds, spearing kick back up to the corridor. That's good. Very good. Wheels around his right foot. Wasn't the best kick. Lovely work here from Bottrell. Just come on the ground. Out to Bentley. Bentley up towards half forward now. Good tackle laid there on Ireland. And holding the ball, free kick. That goes against Davidson. Free kick to Ireland at right half back.
As now looking Evans. Can they hit the scoreboard quickly? But the pressure of Burley's pushing them wide at the moment. Here go the Bull Sharks. Just going to look to bring it back in the corridor. Here's Bacon, the skipper. A moment for the captain. Just runs, takes a little bit of grass, sends it to centre half forward. Goodburn body, Goodburn strong.
Definitely the most important kick of the game right now.
Daniel Goodburn. He's kicked 33 goals this season. If he can kick his 34th, it might be the biggest.
Oh.
Distance, not an issue.
Oh, he probably can kick twice this distance, let's be honest, even without the wind.
Accuracy, the question.
Well, he's zipped from 2 so far today.
Daniel Goodburn. From just inside the 50, he'll kick this. It's long. Oh, and the umpire says it's a minor. He thought he had it then.
That's his third miss today. The umpire pushed the arm, waved the arm across the shoulder immediately.
No sense of theatre.
No. But you did sense the big letdown. As the Bombers across half back, out towards Bottrell, he marks. Bottrell at right half back for the Bombers. Right foot kick, just kicking it into space now. That's probably a good option at the end of the day. And Lee Warner says it out of bounds. Boundary throw in, centre wing out of side. And the clock started at about the 7.5 minute mark. So technically we're probably about 20.5, 21 on the real clock.
About 4 minutes you'd think to go. So centre wing, evenly poised. Advantage Burley at the moment, and it's a big advantage. It's 32 points, just linking up by hands. Bottrell has been important today, just over kicks that one. Oh, Bisker just gets a hand in the right time. Bacon's able to clear that one out though. He's going to send it up towards the half forward flank, and we're going to have a boundary throw in.
You hear the siren in the background there. That could very well be the one required for the fallen comrade earlier on today, this quarter.
So, from this contest, what can they do? They need something here, the Bull Sharks. That's just to state the obvious. Janes gets front position, and unable to get his kick out then was Pengelly, and it's smothered off the boot. So let's have another boundary throw in.
Yeah, time's really ticking away here for the Bull Sharks. And Burley came out and kicked 2 goals into the breeze on the restart. Just gave them that edge and momentum. And gave them the game-high lead in the process as True brings it down the ground here for the Bull Sharks. They just love a goal here. It could just spark something in the last 5 or so minutes. That belief can come back pretty quickly. As Ola Renshaw, he's stripped of it here, but the belief is firmly in the eyes of the Bombers. Pump long, and Davidson takes a mark. Or is that Billy Boy? Howard or Davidson? Davidson.
Big Lockie Davidson.
Yeah, And the crowd are eating this up. There'll be no doubt about it. If successful, put it in the book. The Bombers are on their way to winning the 2021 Premiership, and he's got it. The Bombers are going to win. And what a win it will be.
And boy, do the Bombers faithful love that one.
And you really feel for Jordan Gilboy, who's taken off the ground earlier. But his teammates, they've done the ultimate thing that they could do and thrive and rise together as one and unite.
38 points is out to.
Yep.
It's been a mammoth last quarter. We know we had the slight delay. As just to resume their battle once again, the Rucks in the middle. Last couple of moments of this QFA Division 2 South Grand Finals. A battle of the coast. Bottrell's there, just overruns it. Bland gets a handball up, just at the back then, taking a little bit high with Spingelli. They're going to have to get a move on, and they're never say die attitude. Sends it long till he just loses his footing. Just mopping up, down, back was Braben. Body fly, umpire says didn't have it. So Burley now. It's only a matter of time, Yendi. They're on their half-back flank, and with the football is Robert Whitten. It's not Whitten, sorry, I thought it was going his way. It's going to be number 10, Tom Woodman, across the half-back. Bombers with the footy to the broadcast side. The crowd favourite, Bishka flies. Bacon's there to spoil. Dell just misses his target. Coming up with the footy once again. Red hot football at the moment. Pickpockets him then. Was Pingelli. Umpire circles. A little bit of theatre.
Bull Sharks are crying for the free kick, but contact was made blindsided by the umpire. As Rucks will go up here at half forward here for Bond University. It's not going to be their year. As Mac Evans pumps the ball up towards half forward. Well done on the mark on the outstretched slide there is Nathan White. As the ball goes inside the forward 50, snapped around the body. Looking for his teammate there in the forward pocket. And we'll see a boundary throw in right forward pocket there for the Bull Sharks.
So just looking for a late one. 38 points at the moment. Janes v Goodburn. Janes, one of the best on ground today. Goodburn, the big man, Mountain. Just getting it out around the back of the football. Here's White. Handball, Goodburn around the body. Sits it up. Can they get a late goal? Tilly.
He could be anywhere. Bishka is all alone inside his forward 50, and the crowd are lapping it up here, but it's the Bull Sharks through Tilly that'll get a belated one.
Nice little late one there. Just reduce it back to 32 points.
Who are you sort of thinking for best on ground? And I know you and I sometimes think differently about.
I think the influence of Nathan Janes throughout the game, his ability in the ruck, but then around the ground to go forward. He's kicked a couple of goals. I think he's been influential for the entire contest. When the game was there to be won, Janes was the one giving them the advantage right from the get-go. Boxer as well.
Yep.
I think he's been really good in the midfield. They've had a really good, contribution. If you're Coach Peter Young, you're pretty happy with it today, Indy. And, to be up by 32 points with only 70 seconds to go as we're here.
Yep.
And what a contest so far. True wins out, but it's going to be Shark. There's Boxer at the moment. Boxer to Bottrill. Bottrill now. Where's our man in the moment? Biska. The crowd will want it. We want it. Bottrill now just goes short. Oh, just straight through the hands then of Stones. Stones is going to get it back. He's going to send it inside forward 50. Oh, couldn't quite take the mark. Then was Howard. Biska tackle. Crowd says, oh, they won't like that one up there. Going to be advantage Bland. He's going to take it out. Mark now doing their attacking on the outside. It's Renix. Renix with the football, just slowing things down. A matter of moments, Indy. Intercept, couldn't quite take it, spilled the bickies then. They're just going to handball up over the top, and with the football was Witten, the boundary's going to make this a bit of a stalemate. Oh,
Holding the
it's
ball.
going to be a free kick, Bull Sharks. So they're going to wheel and go. It's a little bit too much. The Bombers are going to reign supreme today. Sends it long. Janes just flying across the back of that pack. And that's the moment I think it's in the medal, from my point of view. Not that we're deciding on who wins it, but James with the football, right half back flank. Bombers, see them fly up. They reign supreme in the Battle of the Coast. They're 32-point victors. What a game, Indy.
It was outstanding. It had everything, and we do spare a massive thought and well wishes to Jordan Gilboy. But the community here at Burleigh, they rose to the occasion. They rose for him. Let's be honest too, they've had the biggest crowd support today, and that helped give them over the line. We saw the huddle at three-quarter time. They had probably 200 people around there, including the reserves premiership team. We saw a Premiership Cup just being waved around there going, guys, you might be able to taste this in 30 minutes' time. Well, that's the way it's unfolded. It's been an exciting a season of football here in the competition.
It's going to be a big night at Burleigh. A big night. Reserves get up, followed by the seniors. What a game. Chris, let's do a quick summary of this contest, because there were some goal kickers, and they were for both teams.
So Burleigh Bombers, your premiers today. Kai Bishka with 3. 2 each to Lockie Davidson, Nathan Janes, John Boxer, singles to Lee Warner and Matt Ashton. While for the Bull Sharks, we had 2 to Mitchell Orenshaw, 2 to Jack Renix, and singles to Nathan White, Jack Tilley and Mac Evans.
What a game. What a game indeed. And it was a seesawing affair all year. But in the end, Indy, the Bombers fly up. And what a contest. Thanks for joining us for the QFA Division 2 South Grand Final. It was the Burleigh Bombers who are now premiers, and they ran out by 32 points.
And we will, I think we will bring the presentation to you live as well. But that's it from us here at Surfers Paradise.